I've never invested in single family homes, but the multifamily investors that I've talked to that started there, they kind of tell me when you get to somewhere between 10 and 20 homes and they're self-managing, that it just starts to become too much. So that's 35 to 40 homes is a lot. Were you self-managing, or did you have somebody that was managing that for you?
Well, the local properties I self-managed. The ones out of area, I had a property manager. So it was a little bit of both. So in Austin and in Charlottesville, I had professional property management. In the Bay Area, I basically took care of my own rentals. And yes, it did get to be a little bit much, and we'll cover it later on in our talk, I'm sure, as to why I made the transition. And certainly the hassle of managing all these properties was one of the reasons I did that. I guess the thing I would say is, unlike your typical W 2 career investor, I was a real estate broker, right? So I'm out and about in the community, meeting with buyers, sellers, tenants, contractors, stagers, landscapers. So the management of my properties was kind of just part and parcel of my overall real estate activities, where if somebody was working at Apple Computer and working 60 hours a week, they don't have time to run out at 10 a.m. to go meet a contractor to get something fixed. So
Right.
I had a little bit of advantage there. But yes, the management becomes intensive. And that was one of the reasons I eventually switched to multifamily. Though I'm a little slow, so I didn't switch to multifamily till about 2020. So it took me about 40 years of doing single family. And I think the other thing I would say is one size does not fit all. And what I mean by that, I really believe in real estate investing. And there are numerous ways one can go about investing in real estate. And I think it's up for each individual to kind of find their niche and work with them. So if somebody said to me, hey, I want to build a single family rental portfolio, I'm going to say bravo, because it's tried and true, it will work. If on the other hand, somebody says, real estate's not my expertise, between work, family, kids, community, and church, I don't have an extra moment. I don't know the business. I don't want to take care of tenants, repairs, so I want a more passive investment. Then I think that's the right solution for them. So I think sometimes we get caught into there's one right way, and I don't believe that. There's numerous ways you can go about investing in real estate and creating wealth.
I think that that's very well said, and
Thank you.
it's I would agree. And sometimes people have to start. It's all mindset, right? Some people have to start smaller, and then they may do it, and then they just want to replicate that, and that's fine, like you said. And then there's other people that may start small, and then they're like, okay, well, now I understand that. How do I do the next thing? And that could lead you into bigger properties, but it's not a requirement. It's not the only way to build wealth, and I think that's a very good point.
Yes, and I'm kind of an old school guy, so I kind of believe in fundamentals and step by step progress, building proper foundation kind of each step of the way. I find that's kind of a more conservative approach, where many in the space now kind of say go big as soon as you can. And I can't argue with that. Many people have been successful doing that. It's just not my kind of personality. And even now in my multifamily business, despite 40 years in the real estate industry, I'm fairly new in the multifamily business. So most of the deals I put together are smaller, $3, $4, $5 million deals, because handling other people's money is a big responsibility. And in order for me to ask people to invest with me or in my investments, I have to know I can do the job. So for me, I kind of got to prove it to myself that, okay, I've got this down, I'm ready to take it to the next stage. So that's kind of how I approach it. And again, others can do different. This is just what works for me.
Absolutely.